Different currencies, all the money in different countries. Have you ever held a foreign banknote and wondered why different countries use different currencies? Why can't we all just use the same type of money? And what makes one currency stronger or weaker than another? In today's globalized world, we regularly encounter a diverse range of currencies, from the US dollar and the euro to the Japanese yen and Chinese yuan. But each of these currencies holds a unique history and plays a crucial role in the economy of its country. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of money across different nations, exploring the major currencies, why they exist, how they compare to each other, and what makes them valuable. Stick around to discover why the world's financial system is so diverse, and what that means for you when you travel or do business internationally. The origin and purpose of currencies. It's important to understand why currencies exist in the first place. A currency is essentially a medium of exchange that allows people to trade goods and services more easily than through bartering. In ancient times, societies used commodity money, items like gold, silver, and livestock that had intrinsic value. Over time, governments began issuing coins and paper money, creating a centralized form of currency that could represent value. The development of currency solved several key problems with bartering. First, it standardized the value of goods, allowing people to trade in units that could be easily understood. Second, it made trade more convenient. Rather than having to carry around physical goods to barter, people could use lightweight coins or banknotes. Finally, currencies helped governments control and grow their economies. By controlling the supply of money, governments could manage inflation, encourage spending, and influence economic activity. Each country or region's currency reflects its unique history, economy, and political landscape. The currency used in a country is a critical tool for national economic policy and international trade. For instance, the US dollar isn't just important to Americans. It's also the world's dominant reserve currency, used in global trade and finance. On the other hand, some smaller countries opt to peg their currencies to the dollar or the euro to provide stability. In the next sections, we'll explore some of the world's most important and interesting currencies. Major global currencies. There are hundreds of currencies in use around the world today, but a few major ones dominate global trade and finance. Let's take a look at some of the most important global currencies and what makes them unique. The US dollar, USD. The US dollar is the most widely used currency in the world. It serves as the primary reserve currency, meaning that central banks around the world hold large amounts of it to stabilize their own economies. The dollar is used in international trade, particularly in commodities like oil, and it's the go-to currency for many global financial transactions. The strength of the US economy. The size of its financial markets and its geopolitical influence make the dollar a powerhouse currency. Countries like Panama, Ecuador, and El Salvador even use the US dollar as their official currency. The euro, EUR. Introduced in 1999, the euro is the official currency of 20 of the 27 member states of the European Union, making it the second most traded currency globally. The Eurozone represents a large and diverse economic area, and the euro helps simplify trade between European countries by eliminating the need for currency exchanges. The European Central Bank manages the euro and aims to maintain its value by controlling inflation and setting monetary policy. With its strength and stability, the euro is also a major reserve currency, and many countries peg their own currency to it. The Japanese yen, JPY. Japan's yen is one of the most traded currencies in the world, known for its stability and low interest rates. The yen plays a critical role in the global financial markets, especially in foreign exchange trading. Japan's economy is the third largest in the world, and its exports of automobiles, electronics, and machinery keep the yen in high demand. However, Japan has struggled with deflation, which has led the country to adopt unique monetary policies, to keep the yen from appreciating too much. The British pound sterling, GBP, as one of the oldest currencies still in use, the British pound sterling has a rich history. The pound is the official currency of the United Kingdom and its territories. Although the UK is no longer the global economic powerhouse, it was during the height of the British Empire the pound remains a strong and influential currency. London is a major global financial center, and the pound is often viewed as a safe haven currency during periods of global uncertainty. The Chinese Yuan, CNY, China's Yuan, also known as the renminbi, is an increasingly important currency as China's economy continues to grow. The yuan is tightly controlled by the Chinese government, which sets a daily reference rate to manage its value against other currencies. This has led to debates about whether China undervalues its currency to boost exports. As China becomes more integrated into the global economy, the yuan is gradually being used more in international trade and finance, and the International Monetary Fund has included it in its basket of reserve currencies. Why countries have different currencies? Why do countries have different currencies instead of just one global currency? While a single global currency might seem convenient, the reality is that each country or region has different economic needs, and currencies allow them to manage their economies in a way that suits those needs. One of the main reasons countries maintain their own currency is to preserve economic sovereignty. With their own currency, countries can control their monetary policy, setting interest rates, managing inflation, and influencing the money supply. This allows governments to respond to economic challenges in a way that best suits their country's unique circumstances. For example, during times of economic crisis, a country might devalue its currency to make its exports cheaper and more competitive internationally. Currencies are also tied to national identity. The designs on banknotes and coins often reflect a country's culture, history, and values. For example, US dollars feature images of famous presidents, while the British pound includes portraits of monarchs. Currencies can also symbolize a nation's independence. After the breakup of the Soviet Union, many former Soviet republics introduced their own currencies as a way of asserting their newfound independence and sovereignty. Economic conditions differ from one country to another. For instance, the US has different inflation rates, growth rates, and fiscal policies than, say, Japan or India. A single currency would make it hard to address these diverse economic needs effectively. The euro, though, while successful in many respects, also shows the challenges of a shared currency. Some Eurozone countries, like Germany, have strong economies, while others, like Greece, have struggled. Without the ability to adjust their own currency, struggling countries find it harder to recover from economic downturns. The role of exchange rates. Exchange rates are crucial in determining how much one currency is worth relative to another. These rates fluctuate constantly due to a variety of factors, including inflation, interest rates, political stability, and economic performance. Let's explore how exchange rates work and their significance in the global economy. Impact on international trade. Exchange rates play a critical role in international trade. If a country's currency is weak, its exports become cheaper for foreign buyers, which can boost demand for its goods. Conversely, a strong currency can make imports cheaper, but can hurt domestic manufacturers by making exports more expensive. Countries with weak currencies may struggle with inflation, as the cost of imported goods rises. Digital currencies and cryptocurrencies. One of the most significant developments in recent years is the rise of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Unlike traditional currencies, which are issued and controlled by governments and central banks, cryptocurrencies are decentralized and operate on blockchain technology. This makes them resistant to government interference and inflation, but also highly volatile. Some countries have embraced cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, while others have banned or heavily regulated them. In addition to cryptocurrencies, central banks are exploring the creation of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. These digital versions of traditional currencies could make transactions faster, cheaper, and more secure. China has already launched a digital yuan, and other countries, including the US and the European Union, are researching their own digital currencies. Conclusion: from ancient coins to digital tokens, the world of currencies is as diverse as it is fascinating. Each country's currency represents its history, culture, and economic reality, and exchange rates allow countries to interact and trade on a global scale. While we often take currencies for granted in our daily lives, they are at the heart of the global economy. As technology advances and the world becomes more interconnected, we may see major changes in how currencies are created, managed, and used. Whether it's through digital currencies, regional currency unions, or new global reserve, the future of money is sure to be full of exciting developments. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter where you go in the world, money speaks a universal language.